Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Tonight, a rivalry matchup in the NFC South. It's the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And his defense is firing to begin the season. Great play to get him behind the line.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Penix here from the gun. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
You feeling lucky? Well, do you? Well, he should, because the quarterback got away with one right there. That was an easy pick dropped by the defense.
3rd down, it's Penix. Gets this one to London. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
First down.
They send the tight end in motion. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Past midfield at the 45. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Penix working from the gun. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. All right, so a nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin this season on a high note with a win.
Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw, Lance. Gets it to Juwan Johnson. Rolling into enemy territory. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints find an answer with their opening drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Reed now to kick this one away. He'll take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have got you at first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. From the 34. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play just loose, incomplete. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right? You've got to win and create leverage versus zone. It's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
It's a pickup of 11, and it's good for an Atlanta first down. A toss now to Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play wrapped up by Mario Davis.
With all these collisions, these running backs take between the tackles. Sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, getting that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
On 2nd down, Robinson. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the shotgun, Penix. That one complete to Pitts. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing, Penix. You look underneath here, Robinson. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Again, left side. Here's Robinson. Pop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throw on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Throwing now on first down. Penix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that'll bring up second down.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. So we're gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Koo able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Koo all lined up and ready to put this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. To the air, Lance. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophical, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Y'all got a problem, my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We money more Power Ranger.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Lance now. Screen here for Kamara. He's out in the clear. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Lance has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break across midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. A quick throw is sliding away, incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it's going to be 2nd down.
The aim of any good play caller, especially early in a game, is to get you a one-on-one coverage. And your job, I say it all the time, your job is to win it. Give some credit to that defense. He's out there in man coverage. Does a beautiful job of knocking it away.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Lance. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on third down. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
Looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. Here's Lance. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Man in motion here. Penix out first down. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Making that throw, his double coverage to a running back. I don't want to live off of that, and I'm certainly not going to count on it. Give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Robinson up the middle. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So third down now.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. That's Demario Davis. He'll take over just outside the red zone as he goes out of bounds.
Our coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
And this one's tipped and intercepted.
Freaking bull crap right there.
And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
When you throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys have great anticipation and a tremendous accuracy.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
They send a tight end in motion. Running left is Robinson. And some space inside the 15. He's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid third down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Penix on third down. Quick slant complete. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Pitts with a touchdown. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons push the lead to 2 scores now. Up and ready to boot this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. This is going to be down here. It's about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. And this is looking familiar, partner. He's dropped a loss again. It's going to be 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
It's Kamara on 3rd down. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. It's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all this concentration, every bit of the strength, to send that puppy through.
Brings in the kick at the 9. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Finds his back. It's Robinson. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Penix here from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown.
say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on the fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
Hoopy's extra point is good. And the Saints take the lead on that successful kick.
17. Falcons 16.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Fresh off the pick, here's Penix. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Big gain downfield. He will take this down near the opposing 35-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass game, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
On first down, here's Penix. Short pass brought in. And this is down to the 28s before the defense halts it.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Shotgun snap. They give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. You have that call you had ready, though? You can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Staying with Robinson. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Here's 2nd and 11. Connects on the crosser. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Robinson will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. They go to him again. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on 1st down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that 1st down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
Two-point try coming. Penix and his offense getting set.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
a 7-point lead.
The score, Falcons 24.
Well, Brock, the run certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it. But there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game. And good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
They stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
At their own 17-yard line.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Play made there by Clark Phillips. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Desmond King on the return. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
You know, kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By getting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. From the red zone now. Caught just shy of the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Throwing his lands. Caught by his back. Kamara. They're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards. Brings up third and goal.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Third and long for him here. He brings it in. Nice piece of work there. That's 9 yards. Might encourage them to go for it now on 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He'll throw it. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints cutting to the lead coming in at halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Groupie adds the extra points. And the Saints tie this game up. Got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
This is Robinson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. 5-yard gain on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Going to the ground again on first. Still finding room past the 45. And he's all the way down to the 36. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Hits him on the out route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right in the double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Now to get to Bijan. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Robinson, ball carrier. Keep Werner on the tackle. Our 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints 21-yard
After the
line.
3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Penix. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first. Robinson on the inside give. He'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
This is why you got to be careful with just running always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, my casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Penix. Looking to his running back incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Third down, it's Penix. We look underneath here. Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first one. You just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. up and ready to boot this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. To the air, Lance. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll make the stop at the 46-yard line. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Just gotta love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that kid. The primary focus, all we say is he got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And we all like to see tick on. So bring yourself over here, girl. And let me see you get low. If you want this dude, now take it to the floor. But if you want to act, you can keep yourself where you at.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock. And then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick. That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Penix looking to pass. On the quick slant, it finds Adams. He can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackle is down to 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Running here with Bijan. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the football. They're leading, but not by a ton. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down, and they go right back to it. Give him a couple on that carry. Second down coming up.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
This time it's a passing play. Right side into the hands of Adams. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First and 10, around to Robinson. He has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First, it's Robinson again. No repeat success of that last run, as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
The only thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Penix. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Third and just 2 to go. Trying one here with Robinson. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a first and goal.
That's a BYOB. You've got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Here's Penix. Has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Throwing Penix. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And not liking what it looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. shake off that previous INT. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. That brings up second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lance now. Screen here for Kamara. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
A rhythm. You hear me talking about a rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever miss an offense like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing it again here. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that every defense preaches it, but when you could score off those turnovers, points off takeaways, that often leads to huge results for your team.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first to stop this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Penix working from the gun. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still brought not enough to avoid 3rd down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Robinson, a 1st down and more. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21.
Saints 24.
Up and ready to boot this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got some more millions that keep me in that. I created history, it made me a lot. We tried to diss me and he don't box. We call them tosses cause they gonna chop. Took her out of Paris cause of hop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Money.
The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. the 43. Fits it through the middle. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
They're set up at the 35 now. Looking to throw Lance. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
It's caught right side by Johnson. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a pickup of 26. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Put the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down.
He's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the Falcons' 17-yard line.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's second and 12. Kamara running out of the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Throw on third down. This throw is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation, doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Reed now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Good rip on first down. That brings up second and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes second and 2. Running left is Robinson. Trying to fight free. He can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now
Just kneel and get the game over with, bud. Come on.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
All plays on the... So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And this isn't just anyone in no start for them. They pick up what could end up